lot has changed this past year, but one thing hasn't. Consumers still love their pizza. As you pivot to meet the new challenges of food service, Ardent Mills can work with you to tap into that love and make your crust the best it can be. After all, we're more than a leading source of trusted flour brands, mixes, and custom solutions. We're a resource for pizza operators like you. We're ready to support you with high-performing pizza flours, blend and mixes, unparalleled technical expertise, R&D innovation, and long-term contract pricing. And today, as always, we're here to help you grow and thrive. We invite you to check out the Pizza Hub to learn more and request a sample.
Welcome to another episode of Checking In. I am Josh Keown. Along with me today is Executive Editor Denise Greer. Good morning, Denise.
Good morning, Josh.
If you go to Pizza Expo, we have a very familiar face on the show today. He's the 2021 Pizza Expo 365 Pizza Challenge winner as well, Mr. Joe Leroux of Amadio's Pizza in Ontario, Canada. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Thank you, Josh. How's it going?
You know, it's going as good as I guess it could go at this point in time.
We're still working from home, so
we're still working from home. Yeah.
I'm at the office.
yeah. Before we went on, we got a little tour of your memorabilia. So, how are things going at the pizzeria, and what's happening in Ontario right now?
We're supposed to be in a full lockdown, which means only absolute people that are necessary that have to go to work. But we've been in this basically since before Christmas. But there's still traffic jams and people aren't paying attention. But the good news is that we've got vaccine coming in, that by the end of May, the beginning of June, that we might have enough vaccine, enough people vaccinated to go into a herd immunity, which is extremely good.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a population of Ontario is about 14 million, and within 100 miles or 70 miles of my store, there's almost 9 million of them that live.
Oh, wow.
So we're a fairly dense area.
Yeah.
High population.
Yeah. What's happening with your restaurant right now? Are you guys in a shutdown position, or are you doing limited hours, or what's happening?
I've been a takeout and delivery since 1990, and there was no need to change ever. I like you come in, pick up your pizza, take it. Hi, how are you? See you later.
That's good.
My first job when I started making pizzas back in 1975 was at a place that had a full bar and stuff, and we had to deal with the people that were there too long and had too many bottles of wine and stuff, and that's what turned me right off of.
Put a bad taste in your mouth for it.
Turned me right off of full service. So in 1990, I had a chance to buy a pizzeria, and I figured after working 4 years during high school and after high school in the pizzeria, I thought I knew everything about pizza. I decided, well, shit, I could buy this pizzeria, build up the business, flip it in 6 months, double my money, and walk away. But after a year, I sunk in all my money and all the money I could borrow. And after 2 years, I says, well, I can't go bankrupt, so I've got to make this work. So here I am 31 years later.
Wow. That's funny.
And
6 month flip.
Takeout and delivery is okay right now, especially in the pandemic. We've increased sales quite a bit. Winning this award is a nice bonus. We've gotten lots of compliments from people. Like the best one my wife got on Saturday from one person is like, I live in Hamilton, which is about 50 miles away from where we are. My mom lives in the area here. I bought your pizza by mistake. I wanted another pizza, but I Googled it. I ordered it, and I ordered from you. And it was the best pizza I've ever had. And here I am back visiting my mom. One pizza's for her, and one pizza I'm taking back to Hamilton because that was the best pizza I ever had. So when you get compliments like that, every month or so, it really feels good about being in this business.
Keeps you going for sure.
Yeah,
I bet.
And COVID has caused us, we're open 4 days a week. That's by my choice. I decided to do that on my 58th birthday, but I wasn't going to be open 7 days a week or 6 days a week anymore.
Yeah.
It's tough enough getting staff to be open, and Sundays were always the worst. You'd have 4 or 5 people booked, and half of them would find some kind of excuse not to want to come in. So I said, well, enough of that. I'm tired of being invited for Sunday dinner and having to leave before dinner's even served because I got to go to work. So I cut off Sundays and decided, well, I've already had Monday off. Might as well take Tuesday too and make it a 3-day week. And you know, it's like almost, I'm still getting used to having the 3 days off. But I tell you, how fast time flies right now. It's like, oh, it's Saturday. Oh, it's Saturday. The next thing you know, it's Saturday again. It's like, followed by a moment as a moment pass.
So that's a good balance right there is what you got. You know, that's
a
good balanced life.
But COVID screws it all up because I got all kinds of friends I want to visit in the pizza industry, all kinds of points on my credit card for free flights. I can't go nowhere because the borders are closed.
Yeah. I think about your employees too, because like, just, you know, when I worked in restaurants when I was young, I'm like, I couldn't imagine getting 3 days off in a row. Just, I could not imagine it. You know, does that help your employees? Or are they like, hey, I want more hours? You know, what's the mentality of your staff?
I once came back from an Easter weekend and I had me, myself, and my wife and my daughter. That was the employees that we had because unbeknownst to me, as that they decided to pull a coup or whatever, and they all decided to quit. Nobody let me know they quit. They just didn't show up.
Okay.
Because there was an internal fight between one group of the employees and one group of the employees, and they all just woke up. But unfortunately, this is the situation we've had. We've had a problem with getting good help since 2007, 2008. 2008 didn't make anything any better here. We still had issues trying to get people to work. And then you'd have to train people. You took younger students from school. You know, you're training 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds. And they're good for about 3 months until they get a new boyfriend or whatever. And that boyfriend wants them to be off every Friday. So every Friday my tooth hurts. I got to go see my doctor. My mom booked a doctor's appointment for 9 o'clock on a Friday night. I says, oh, what doctor works at 9 o'clock on a Friday night?
Yeah.
So we've been through all. So the staff I do have right now are really, really, you know, like they're the best. And it takes a long time to find them. And we pay them pretty decent. And it's in order not to burn them out, we keep them down under 30 hours a week. And one person who needs the 40 hours a week to make their living, we allow them to come in when we're not open and make the dough because they've been trained well enough to make the dough and they're really good at it. So we get their 40 hours a week. So that gives them a lot more. It's hard to say what a living wage is here because $60,000-$70,000 a year doesn't go that far.
Wow.
Hey, a 2-bedroom apartment rents for $2,400 a month.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
And that's why we have such an issue of getting staff because it's such a high demand area to live in that everything's just so expensive.
Almost priced out,
They're priced out. They can't really live here. There's like apartments above the store are going for $22,000 a month and stuff like that. Not above my store. I wish I had apartments above my store. I had more employees because I give them decent rent. But it's been a challenge for a long time. That's one of the biggest problems we've had. I've seen now on Facebook a few of our buddies are closing a day a week now. And I say, hey, enjoy your day off. Your customers will adjust. Yeah. And like I'm at 34 hours a week and I'm doing more weekly sales than when I was at 6 days a week.
That's what we hear. So do you think that, once once the COVID restrictions and things subside and you go, and I don't say back, but go forward into whatever's next, do you think that you'll maintain keeping these more days off and closing those days? Or do you think you'll kind of go back and open one more day or open 2 more days?
I'm keeping the doors open on that, but
Mm-hmm.
right now my plan is to keep things the way it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
And just have to see. But one of the things in the last year, because this area is so, can you say affluent? It's fairly affluent.
Mm-hmm.
Is that now all the hairdressers, salons, and stuff are becoming pizzerias, and we've had 6 pizzerias open up in the last year.
Wow.
We even have Pizza Huts opening up a store in the neighborhood. We drove them out 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But here they're coming back again because, well, I understand that they use a lot of Uber Eats, Grubhub, and Skip the Dishes for their delivery service. So it'll be a model geared to be able to handle their business. And even with all these other pizzerias opening, we were able to break records just a week ago.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Have you seen an impact from that yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Well, not from them, but it's like there's a saying: you don't know what the week's going to be like until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can have a lousy Wednesday, a fantastic Thursday, a so-so Friday, and then Saturday. Where did this come from? It just kills you, like you do.
That's what we hear kind of across the board. You can't predict a day. You can't even predict a day now at this point. So
you got Tuesdays acting like Fridays, and just insane here. So well, let's switch gears and talk about your big win. So I want to know more about this grand pizza that you made for the 365 pizza challenge. And was it already on your menu, or is it something you created?
No, it's something I created specifically for that. It's actually something partially I competed in Atlantic City with.
Okay.
Is the sweet potato dough, but there I put some dried cranberries and carrots.
Yeah.
And a few other things. I like the bacon, the wild boar bacon. It was on that pizza too, and I did well in Atlantic City with that. I placed pretty high, and I'm pretty sure it was in the top 10. And so I just decided I'd use that recipe. Like I know from listening and I know from experiments that you can add 10% of something to your dough, which I did with the sweet potato, and the sweet potato actually complements it.
What kind of flavor does the sweet potato give it? I mean, how does it impact that dough to use the sweet potato?
It changes the color a little bit, gives it a little bit more orange, but it makes it
gives it a browning probably too with that.
Yeah, because there's a little bit more sugar. It's a different starch that you're introducing. How do I describe it? Different but good. Awesome. It's complementary, and this is what you got to do with your pizzas: is find ingredients that complement each other. It's just like a good mixologist at a bar. Like you can drink one thing and say, "Ugh, that tastes awful," but when you mix it with something else, wow, that's unbelievable. It's the combinations.
Yeah.
And sometimes the difference between it tasting really good is only like 1 or 2% of the volume that you mix together. Yeah. So your recipe has to be good. So I found you can almost add anything that is complementary to a dough, as long as you don't go much over 10%.
Okay.
Whether it be potato, whether it be sweet potato, even some of the spices and stuff like that. Like when I first started making pizzas, we used to add black pepper to the dough.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So assuming you can get over the border in August, if that's possible, and get to Pizza Expo, is that the pizza you'll be making in the challenge?
I'm not sure yet, because that one's already out of the bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But hey, Pretty
I'm-
successful.
It is. It will be, yes. But
Yeah.
there's a few tricks up the sleeve.
Yeah.
One of the things I like to do is I've actually driven across Canada, stopping at as many pizzerias as I possibly can, because not only am I only open 4 days a week now, but I still shut down for 4 weeks every summer. I've been doing that for the last
Oh, wow.
20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And either I go to Europe because my wife's Austrian
Mm-hmm.
and I visit the family over there, or we travel here in Canada, or do things here in Canada, and visit a lot of pizzerias. Like I've even driven all the way up to Grand Prairie to see Richard over at Daddy-O's, which
Yeah.
I'm the only one to do that because he's almost in the land of the midnight sun. Like the sun
Yeah.
goes down at 11:30 and it's back up at 3.
Wow.
That's how high up north he is.
Yeah.
Like from the Edmonton, it's I think a 4.5 hour drive straight north.
Straight north.
And
Jeez.
Edmonton is already way, way up
Yeah.
there.
So this pizza that you made for the 365, did you add it to your menu or?
Not as yet.
Okay.
Just making menus is changing the flyers, changing a lot of things.
Mhm.
I understand how come it takes franchises so long to change things on the menu, because
Yeah.
even as an independent, you can make small adjustments, but if you want it in print, it takes a while. You want it in your website. Well, if you knew how to do your own website, which I don't, I know how to do lots of things, but
Yeah.
website design, I have to rely on somebody else and relay the message that you want. You got to go back and forth. So no, I haven't done it.
Mm-hmm.
I should. I'm guilty of it.
Yeah.
I should do it, I guess.
Yeah,
But
marketing wise, I mean, that could be huge
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Do you get any media play off of that?
I haven't laid on to it yet, because
Okay.
one of the things is when you're already as busy sometimes as you can handle,
Right.
Oh.
you can shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. When a crew of 4
Mm.
handles a 65, 70 order night in 6 hours,
Yeah.
and most of these orders have 2 pizzas on it, you're cooking.
You're crushing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like when you're each employee's dollar value is close to $100 an hour that they're producing for you, you're moving. You're rocking and rolling. That's like the ideal amount that you want.
Yeah.
And there's bonus money in there.
Yeah.
So maybe save it for a slow period.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you need a marketing boost, there you go.
Yep.
I want to see what happens at Pizza Expo in Vegas, because I'm not gonna if I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna compete, I'm not gonna compete just to compete. I want to compete to win.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make sure that what I compete there is going to be even better than this one.
Yeah, I got you.
Because that's the only way you win in Vegas.
Keep raising the
Just
bar.
really,
Keep raising the bar.
Keep raising the bar.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
I won a Canadian championship, which I called the Kimanja Benny, Viva Benny, and it was basically a multi-grain chorus. And it was one of the first ones to use hemp seeds in it. And hemp hearts is a creamy, nutty flavor that added to the dough.
Mm-hmm.
With the multi-grains, and even the multi-grains had some ancient grains in it as well. Like it was 12 or 11 different grains that were involved in the dough. And they used a real cream Parmigiana sauce with some hickory smoked bacon, some Yukon Gold potatoes, which I cooked in rosemary. Like I had an ounce of rosemary stuck in with the water. Like I just took a whole shaker and dumped it in. So it was really a rosemary stew that potatoes cooked in. So the potatoes took that flavor of the rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used that on the pizza, and I put some mozzarella, and then I finished it off with some cheddar with bacon and red onions.
Oh,
And that's what won the Canadian championship back in 2016.
Nice.
And that one was expensive to make. I sort of had it on the menu, but I got discouraged because I had like 10 people order it for one night. I had all the ingredients prepared. Like if your normal pizza costs you like $5 to prepare, this one cost like 10. So it was like double the cost, because the cream cream is expensive up here. And it was a full liter of cream for four 12-inch pizzas, because by the time you boiled it down, and not one of them showed to pick that up. But I made the mistake of not having them prepay for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So after that, it discouraged me a little bit. So I decided, nah, I'm not going to make it anymore.
Yeah.
Which,
Gotcha.
which, as an entrepreneur and everything else, you've got the right to do things like that. But
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially with the food costs like that.
just off a few people, but the world's not perfect.
That's all right. Well, we'll be excited to see how you experiment, and if you can get across the border for Pizza Expo in August, we'll be
Fingers
excited
crossed
to
for
see
you.
what you could
Exactly.
do, man. So, but thank you so much for coming on the show. We
Well, thank you.
appreciate the conversation, and congrats again for the big
Congrats.
pizza win.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
hopefully see you in August then, Joe.
All right. Yes, and with the herd immunity, they should open the borders. Like, it's been closed for 14 months now.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Let's hope. Good luck. Good luck,
Thank
Joe.
you, guys.
We'll
See
see
ya.
you soon, man. All right,
See you
take
soon.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.